Hello and welcome to my second Dharma talk. This one's entitled Art versus Engineering. This is a topic I take very seriously, so there will be no kidding around. Something I've been noticing rather consistently is the presence of a lot of well-engineered pieces of art that lack artistic integrity, style, all of the things that have traditionally made a work of art really what it is. This is most present in movies that I'm seeing, but it also exists in some new music as well. I want to start by making a distinction between art and engineering. Engineering is the process of making things work, and it's an integral part of making a piece of art. Often the goal of the engineering is to create flow. So when the basic components, like the raw footage of a film or the raw takes for a piece of music, get put into software, now someone has to go in and edit it to try and make it as seamless as possible for the viewer or the listener. I thought the best way I could demonstrate where the engineering is really affecting something is with an example, and I thought I'd use the recent film Marty Supreme for this. I recently reviewed Marty Supreme as the worst movie of 2025. This was due to all of the artistic decisions that were made going into the film. However, I will say that director Josh Shafty is a masterful engineer. It's because of this engineering that I think people have been giving this film such high praise. The film is beautifully cut and soundtracked, and so, for us as viewers, it's going by very easily. The sounds are hitting at all the right times, and the scenes are cutting at all the right times. And this does something to the mind in terms of just keeping our attention very focused. I think the better word for it is it becomes very entertaining. Now I want to discern between this engineering achievement and something that would have historically been considered artistic. Art is really just personal expression. So a person at a given point in time is just trying to convey exactly how they feel and exactly what their philosophy on things is in that given moment. When somebody engages in a long-form artistic process, however, it presents them with an opportunity for learning. This is where the idea of storytelling comes into play. If the artist pays attention to the expression that is unfolding, something greater, like a theme, may emerge. These themes often tell us something about society, but more importantly, they tell us something about human nature and nature itself. An example of an artistic process that unfolded quite seamlessly was the recent film Frankenstein. Frankenstein is a great example of a seasoned storyteller really letting the artistic process unfold in front of him and showing him these answers about the universe and nature that he hadn't already discovered. The stylistic elements transcend just the way that the film is cut. They're present in the way the characters are dressing, the colors and what they symbolize in the film, and the big set pieces as well. Now, I gave Frankenstein a much better review than Marty Supreme because films are pieces of art. They're not pieces of engineering. Well, some credit has to be given to the ability of a film to move along and keep us engaged. The more important question is, why are we engaged? Good art engages us because it's telling us something about ourselves. It's telling us something about nature. It's doing it in a unique way that maybe hasn't been done before. This process often unfolds a lot more subtly. So if we're used to that, adrenaline-based type of entertainment, we might be missing that underlying process of a film unfolding and possibly creating changes in the way that we think about things. When we start paying attention to this kind of messaging, to the story, all of a sudden entertainment has an entirely different meaning to it. Now, there is a small asterisk with other forms of art aside from films, such as music and with painting. I think there's definitely more of an emphasis placed on the feeling that comes through as opposed to the storytelling. In summation, I think that good art is something that reveals something, whether it be a feeling or a message. Knowing this, the engineering process is something that should be used to enhance this feeling or message, rather than try to cloak something that is really void of these things. Hopefully this helps to clear up the definitions you might have regarding these two different words and processes. That's all for today's video. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
This is what you want, this is what you get. This is what you want, this is what you get. This is